Ark Ascended's first official expansion has finally become available for pre-order, coming alongside a juicy new trailer, which includes a boatload of new early access content, and while accompanied with some rather nice looking cutscenes, possibly from Lost Colony, I want to focus more on the second half of the trailer, covering everything we're getting with the early access of the new expansion. First up is not one, but two new creatures, or more critters than anything, the Veilwind and the Drakelings. With the Veilwind, more resembles an Arctic weasel, as these little ice noodles watched a little too much Splitgate gameplay and decided to bend their own reality to their whim, being able to teleport behind enemy lines and flank them in the no-no squares. Followed up by the Drakelings, these lethal little dragon fairies shouldn't be judged by their size. They still love their treasure nonetheless, and they'll definitely burn anyone who tries to steal it to a crisp while in their handheld fireball magic spewing mode. But can two new critters even begin to compare to the insane new building mechanics? As a very long awaited feature is finally making its way into the Ark, that being building templates. That's right, no longer are the days of you needing to tear apart your entire structure because you found a new better spot, and that's all because you'll now be able to save your perfected mansions and death bunkers as a completed template and rebuild with a guide showing how many structure pieces are needed to complete. And this is even coming with some pre-made structure ideas. The main question is, can these be shared? And will we be able to save structures on boats? And if not, how long until we see a mod for it? And y'all might be getting that long-awaited Swamp Skimmer tutorial sooner than you think. But this isn't even the biggest building change that we're going to be seeing with the early access, as the next one might be a little bit more controversial, as it's already technically a premium mod, this coming in the form of the Tech Underground Bunker. And I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, as it took some major key points from the actual mod itself. As the official released version has some admittedly more polished models and better animations, it looks to be almost identical in every other way. And I'd love to know what you guys think about this down below. But this will be an absolute game changer for both PvP and PvE, and could be looked at as a very big pay to win for anybody who's pre-purchasing. We also have an insane new cosmetic set in the form of Dark Tech, with a custom creature cosmetic for the new Drakelings, and the ability to let out your inner Sith Lord with a black and red Tech Knight cosmetic, and an insane new look for the new Tech Sword coming with Ragnarok. But this isn't all we get, as the biggest change and what will possibly change Ark and the way it's played forever. With the new skill tree coming to Ark, we got a peek at a few incoming skills, including Curse Reflection, Barbed Blades, Bloodlust, Strong Back, Mass Production, Telekinesis, Mounted Opportunist, Essence Eater, Heavy Footed, Smoke Magician, and Spirit Rush. With the only actual description coming from the Heavy Footed, where you take 10, 20, or 30% less fall damage. And when you do suffer fall damage, you knock back enemies in a 10-meter range. With this only costing 2 skill points, I'm curious to see if the skill points come from levels or if it's something else. And I'd love to know what you guys think of what these new skills might be doing down below. And that brings us to the end of the early editions that we'll be seeing with Lost Colony. And it makes me wonder how much more we're getting with this expansion, seeing as we already have so much released to us. I will say that I'm personally very excited for this, and with a recent update from Dolly, stating that the Lost Colony expansion pass is available now, but we won't be seeing the early editions until the release of Ragnarok, which has been pushed back a day to the 19th, and I can't wait to jump in and see how all of this is implemented. So if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do down below, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on all this, and I will see you guys in the next one.